I'm Tommy Koh. My current appointment is that I am an ambassador at large at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs in Singapore. Previously, I had served as the first executive director of the Asia-Europe Foundation, and I'm the co-editor of a book on the ASEAN-EU, the Untold Story. I would introduce myself by saying that I'm a champion of the European Union in Singapore. It's a wonderful story because in the first half of the 20th century, Europe triggered two world wars. In the second half of the 20th century, Europe was at peace. So EU contributed 50 years of peace. In Europe, unlike Asia, historic enemies have been reconciled. There's a need to forgive each other and to start anew. There's a need to have a common vision about the future and a realization that our destinies are interlinked. They have been able to bring about real economic integration. They really have a single market and a production platform. I think we in ASEAN have embarked on the same journey, but it is not fully complete because there are still some non-tariff barriers. It is a very advanced form of a regional institution. So for all these reasons, I am a friend and admirer of the EU. We move away from the original relationship, which was between donor and donee, to a more equal relationship. But we are not yet fully equal because some of the ASEAN countries are still receiving ODA from Europe. We will achieve full equality when we no longer accept ODA from Europe. And unlike many parts of the world, we are not inward-looking and protectionist. We have open economies. We welcome investment. We are free traders. So we are very compatible with our European friends, and they should take advantage of the opportunity they have in ASEAN. Many Europeans have not awakened to the fact that there's a new Asia, that the ASEAN countries are no longer the poor, backward countries that was the case 30 years, 50 years ago, I brought my European friends to visit Asia and to see the new Asia, that we have great universities, we have good civic organization, we have great companies, we have good research institutions. So I want them to see contemporary Asia. And I also need to bring my own brothers and sisters from Asia to Europe, because they also suffer from, a time lag in their perception of Europe. And they, not all of them are aware of how much Europe has changed, So I brought a lot of Asian intellectuals, artists, business, young people, young parliamentarians, youth leaders to Europe, to summer camps, to take part in all kinds of symposia. So there's a need to bring the two people together, to see each other's continent, to learn about what's going on in the two regions, and to find common cause. What I need at the end of the day is a mindset change on the part of the European towards us in Asia, and also a mindset change on the part of the Asians towards Europe. Only with a mindset change can you build a new relationship. The future belongs to the young, right? And the happy news is that many of the young people, both here in Asia and Europe, do not have the prejudices of their fathers and grandfathers. They don't remember the colonial imperialistic era, So they are relatively free of prejudice, which is very good. Well, we must educate them well in our own countries. We should give them many opportunity to travel, to study abroad, to intern abroad, to attend workshops, conferences, symposia that people like us organize for them. And I think we do all this, you will find a new generation of young people in the EU and in ASEAN who will see each other with unprejudiced eyes, who will see each other as equal brothers and sisters. And I look to them to build this new relationship that we want. I would say to the young people of the two regions that you are a lucky generation. You are growing up in two regions which are at peace. You are growing up in two regions which are growing in prosperity. You are growing up at a time when the leaders of the two regions wish to establish a closer and closer partnership between our two regions. And you can help in this major project, that build bridges of understanding between ASEAN and EU, help to bring the peoples of the two regions closer together in mutual understanding.